Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Year 4 Maths for this lovely Tuesday morning. I hope you're all safe and well. And we're going to start this morning, as per usual, with our warm-up questions. Got 4 of them, as always. 2 of them are mental questions or questions you might better do in your head. And 2 of them might be questions that you might need to use a pencil and paper. As always, you have 5 minutes, or get as close to 5 minutes as you possibly can. And press pause while you're working and press play when you're ready to hear me talk about the answers. Okay, first question we're going to look at this morning is question B. That's 320 divided by 8. Okay, now this is using and applying a known division fact. Remember what we did yesterday when we had a go at this type of question? We covered the magic 0 up to leave us with 38 divided by 8, or how many 8s are in 32. This becomes, as we can see, 32 divided by 8 equals 4. 4 8s are 32. Then, of course, you've got to release the magic 0, so your answer then becomes 40. 320 divided by 8 equals 40. Second question we're going to look at is the first question, 700 times 5. Now, we haven't done one of these questions yet this week, but again, this uses times table facts. Multiplication facts that you should already know. Okay, so 700 times 5, what we're going to do is cover up the magic zeros. That leaves us then with 7 times 5, and we should all know that 7 5s are 35. We then need to release the magic zeros. That leaves us with 3,500. So 700 times 5 is 3,500. The third question we're going to look at this morning is 238 times 5. As always for this, I try and give 2 methods. First one, abstract method of multiplication, short multiplication. So we start by lining up our columns correctly, and we'll say 8 5s. Well, 8 5s are 40. We need to carry the 4 across into the tens column. 5 3s or 3 5s are 15, and then we add 4, which gives us 19, and again we need to carry over the 10, and then 2 5s are 10 plus 1 is 11. So our answer then will be 1,190. Second method, we could partition, as I always suggest is a good idea. Okay, so 238 partitioned would be 200 and 30 and 8, and we need to multiply each of those by 5. So 200 times 5 would be 1,000. Okay, or 5 times 200. 30 times 5 would be 150. And then 8 times 5 would be 40. And if we then recombine the numbers, we end up with 1,190, which matches our abstract answer from over here. And finally this morning, we've got one of those nasty little questions where we have 8,871 take away question or the mystery number, and that leaves us with 7,631. And if you remember yesterday, we had a similar sort of question yesterday. We said that really it doesn't matter which of these 2 numbers goes before the equal sign. So what we could do is switch it out. We could move the question mark over this side of the equal sign, and we could move the number, the known number, into this part, and then that makes our life a lot easier, because then we can just do it, complete it as a straightforward subtraction. So 1 take 1 is 0, 7 take 3 is 4, 8 take 6 is 2, and 8 take 7 is 1, which leaves us with our answer of 1,240. I do love these subtraction sums where we don't have to do any exchanging. This morning's learning intention is again being able to convert units of area. Okay, when I say convert, what I actually mean is measure. That's a typing error, so you'll have to excuse me. I might be able to change that on the screen while we go. Apologies for that. And what we are going to be looking at this morning is measuring area. Okay, so we have measure as a star word, area. Squares are going to be really important again, and also tiles. And also I'm thinking we need to be able to count, and we need to be able to be looking at these shapes as 2D shapes. They're flat shapes. Okay, the in focus question this morning, it says, we've got two children here. This young lady here is saying that figures or shapes with the same area can have different perimeters. And the young man over here is saying figures with the same perimeter can have different areas. Who's correct? And first of all, what I want you to do, when I ask you, I want you to press the pause button and I want you to think, what's the difference between area and perimeter? We looked at perimeter a little bit earlier in the year as a brief introduction. Can you remember what it is? It's a little while ago, so you might not remember. Okay, you're more than welcome to go talk to an adult about this if you want, or you press pause and you wait for me and I'll talk you through it. So press pause now. Okay, so first of all then, difference between area and perimeter. Well, if you have a shape, and I think back to yesterday's shapes, area is the amount of space that that shape takes up. Now we've been looking at squares. So if you've got a shape that is taking up 4 squares, we would say that the area would be 4. But the perimeter is slightly different. Perimeter, if you remember from earlier in the year, is the distance all the way around the outside. So you almost need to find what each side length is and then add them all together. We'll come back to this question a little later as we're moving through our learning. Okay, let's learn. So first of all, the young lady here is saying, let one of these square lengths, let that be 1 unit. Okay, so we're going to call these units today square units. Okay, and it says there, is it possible to make different figures with the same area and the same perimeter? So that means that they would take up the same amount of squares or same amount of units and then have the same distance around the outside. So let's have a look and see if we can do that. Okay, so here we've got 2 shapes. Now these 2 shapes have, if we look at the area first, they both have surface area of 5 square units, and we could actually just count this up, couldn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can see that that's 5 square units. And this shape over here, although it's a different shape, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 square units as well. So the area of this shape is also 5 square units. And that's quite interesting because although they're different shapes, they do take up the same amount of space. What about perimeter then? Well, you can see that the distance, if we count around the outside, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you can see the perimeter is 12 units, okay? 12 all the way around the outside. And this one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can see that both of these shapes, although they're different, they have the same area and they have the same perimeter. Now these 2 shapes, or these 2 figures, are slightly different. Okay, they're not the same shape. They do have the same area, but they have different perimeters. So it's possible to see that you can have a shape with the same area, but a different perimeter. And here, our area then would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would take up 5 square units on the page. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can see that, yeah, they've got the same area. But the perimeter is slightly different. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 units. And then over here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So same area, different perimeter. So finally, It is also possible to have shapes that have the same perimeter, so the same distance around the outside, but different areas. So in these two shapes, we've got area here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this area is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see the area here is completely different, but perimeter, this shape here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can see that our perimeter is the same, but our area is different. Okay, now it's your turn. If we are assuming that these are called square units, could you find for me the area and the perimeter of this shape or this figure? Press pause while you're working and press play when you're ready to hear me talk about it. Okay, welcome back. So let's think about the area first. Now remember, the area is the amount of space that the shape takes up. So here we can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the area of the shape would be 6 units or 6 square units. But the perimeter would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there you go. You've got your perimeter there is 14 units and your area is 6 units. Okay, you've got a challenge now. On square paper, can you draw two shapes that have the same perimeter but different areas? So two shapes on square paper that have the same perimeter but different areas. Press pause now and press play when you're ready to carry on. Okay, and finally, what we want you to have a go at doing is, can you find the area of each of these figures? Okay, each of these shapes. So can you find the area of each of these shapes for me? Press pause while you're working and press play when you're ready to move on. Okay, so nice and simple. A would be 2 units. B would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. C would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So again, you can see that this one and this one have the same area, but perhaps different perimeters. This shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 units is its area, 13 square units. E has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the area, the surface area of this shape is 9 square units. And this one here, the final one, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 square units. Hopefully you managed to find the area there. Our independent learning for today, I want you to have a look at worksheet 3, please, on pages 107 to 108 of your workbook. Press pause while you're working and press play when you're ready to continue. And finally, for our plenary today, you might want to have a go at this with an adult. And what I want you to do is to have a go at drawing and completing the task in front of you. And what it means you're being asked to do is have a go at different shapes and trying to work out area and perimeter and the differences between. Okay, have a go at it with an adult, see how you get on, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.